Hey, this is Rick and welcome back to another product unboxing and partial review. If you saw the video I posted up earlier, I have an older Penguin 350. That thing must be over 10 years old, and apparently this is the newest model. Now with my older model, I used to run salt water with it, and I had sand substrate on the bottom of my tanks. I believe some sand got into the impeller housing and it's rattling like a son of a gun. And for the cost of the impellers you have to put into these things, it's not really worth replacing them. I mean, you're looking at probably 16, 18, 20 bucks to have it delivered to your house. It's not the impeller cost itself. The impeller is like $12, but by the time you tack on shipping and handling, you're up to like $20. I think this was like $25, $26 from Amazon, brand new. So I thought I'd try it out and see how it works out. So the box says Marineland BioWheel Penguin 350 Power Filter. Essential multi-stage filtration. BioWheel technology removes toxins faster. Filters 350 gallons per hour for up to a 75-gallon aquarium. Use the right size filter cartridges, which I'm not going to use. Like I said, check out that first video that I did. I'm going to put sponge filters in here instead of the right size filters that they're talking about. It'll be more useful. So here's the foam filter material. It's a great big sponge and it's measuring all the way across 17 inches by 17 inches and on the thickness about 2 inches. Now this is really easy to cut. You can cut it with just regular scissors, and what you want to do is just make your filter size whatever size you want, and you're going to slide that right into your BioWheel filter or your whatever external filter you have. And that, like I said, will give you mechanical filtration and also biological filtration. I hope that helps. This is what you're looking for. It's under like 10 bucks from eBay and Amazon. But we'll go ahead and we'll show the box. Shows the BioWheel, the right size cartridge, the filter cover, and then a mid-level intake, which I guess you can adjust the flow going into the filter. Also has a chemical filtration, which means they just use carbon in there. I don't use carbon unless I'm trying to remove some chemicals or ammonia, and you really shouldn't have ammonia if you keep up on your water changes in your aquarium and make sure your water quality is good. You really shouldn't have ammonia unless you had some fish die off or something like that. And they tell you about some other products Marineland has. They tell you gallons per hour on their filters. They have another one above this, which is the Emperor 400, which is 400 gallons per hour. That will work up to an 80-gallon tank. They're showing you their food and water care stuff that you can buy, and also LED lights and aquarium heaters. So we'll go ahead and unbox this. There's probably other unboxings on the internet. The only reason I'm doing this is to show you the difference between the filter I had in the first video and now this one. Nothing really to it. It's got a great big rubber band. Looks like it's holding it all together for shipping. It's got the power cord on the back. You take this big rubber band off here. To be honest with you, this looks like it's built a little cheaper than the older style. That's just my opinion. If anyone has the older style, let me know. I'd be curious. They have like a little diffuser here, I guess, that's so that the water comes out and maybe quiets it down a bit. But this is really cheaper plastic than the other one. There's two pieces here, and they're warped a little bit, you can tell from the manufacturer. Maybe as it heats up from the warm water from the tank, it'll flex out a little bit. And this is the assembly for the intake. And these are the cartridge filters they're talking about. I'm probably not going to use them at all. Now the only difference is this does have a nice wide container area here. So that filter material that I purchased in the first video is going to go in here a lot nicer. See if you can see that. That is really a large area to put your media into, and that's going to work out nicer. Hopefully the filter itself is a lot quieter than what I have now. The BioWheels, I'm not going to use these right now. I'm going to use the ones that are already seated in the other filter. It is definitely built a lot different. It's got little holders here that lay right in there. The assembly is pretty darn simple. If you weren't going to do the filter hack like I did in the first video, you could use these, open them up, slide them right in there, and you're good to go. And that's all you're going on for your mechanical filtration. We'll go ahead and we'll pop this open. There's the intake strainer. Here's the intake tube. Comes with a little owner's manual. Do's and don'ts, I would imagine. I'm pretty familiar with it, so I don't have to worry about it. This is a lot cheaper plastic than the first one. Like I said, you could actually smash this. The other one's nice and thick plastic. Hopefully this will hold up over time. Looks like you could either put your intake like this and you'll go short, which would be like that. Or if you want to extend it down to the bottom, you're going to have to put this on there, which is like a little valve that allows the water to come in. So you put both pieces on there like this. And now it's longer, and that goes into the bottom of your aquarium. And you can allow however much flow you want to come in there to suck up into the filter. That will just sit in there like this, and that's pretty much it. That's the assembly. Apparently the impeller is already stuck in there. You don't have to put it in there. I can see it all the way down the bottom there. Looks like you got a piece here you pull out. And there's the impeller. It's actually stuck in on the end right there. That will come out for cleaning. You just pull it out. There you go. You can clean that impeller out if it gets all gunked up. Put it right back in. Make sure it's seated. Slide it back right where it went. In the little hole there's a little hole. You slide that impeller down in there. That's it. We're good to go now. We'll just go ahead and stick this in the tank. And I'm going to put sponge filters in there just like this in the back. Instead of using those cartridges, I'm going to get biological and mechanical filtration out of that. Hate to keep saying it, but refer to my first video and it'll clear it up a little bit more. Let me go ahead and we'll put them in there and we'll go from there. Okay, so here's the new versus old. This is the old one. And like I said, look at the plastic on this. It's heavy duty plastic. You can bend it and it's not going to break. The overall measurement on the older one is going to be about 13.5 inches, and you've got enough room in there for your sponges and all by about 2 1/4, and you did have to have this divider in here to hold those sponges back, or they may run into the bio wheel, which would stop the operation. So that's the old one. And now here's the newer model. Like I said, you can see the difference in the plastic. This is like just a clear, cheap plastic. I'd be afraid to step on it, it would snap. And then you have this diffuser in the front, like a splash guard. I guess that's to maybe calm down the sound a little bit. This does have some big deep openings here though. So you get like 5.5 inch wide sponge by, looks to be about maybe 2.5 inches. And you're not going to have that divider like I did in the first video, because of the way this is constructed. It has a lip here, and the bio wheels are going to lay in here rather than exposed like that design right there. This actually flows over top, so your bio wheel lays right in there. So this might be a nicer design when it comes to putting your block filter in there like I did in the first video. So let me go ahead and put the old bio wheels in, load it up with some sponges, and we'll take a look. Okay, so I just stumbled on something. Look at this. Look at the difference in the bio wheels on this model. This model here has much larger bio wheels, much more surface area for biological bacteria to grow on. So my idea of switching these out isn't going to work. That's way too small and it's not compatible with this style. So that's the difference between the two models too. I thought that was pretty interesting, and it definitely put a wrinkle in my program for seeding my filter ahead of time. No big deal. We'll just go ahead and throw these in, and now I'm going to just transfer over the sponges. Even if the sponges are smaller, I'll still be able to seed those, and then when my newer sponges come in, I'll put those in. Okay, so now you can see my sponges in there. Now, one quick tip with these filters is make sure you prime them. You're going to have to fill this up with water and pour it right down here in the center until it starts to overflow the chamber there and spin the bio wheel a little bit. So let me go ahead and do that. Now you may have to do this several times. Those are pretty deep. And bear with my camera skills here because I don't have this set up on a steady tripod. I just wanted to show it. Alright, so now you can see the water start to come out. We'll go ahead and we'll plug it in. Don't run these dry or you will burn up that impeller or the motor because it's got to stay cool. So there we go, it's priming itself. And there you go. So here you can see them both running side by side. The other one's got bacteria on it, so it's going to go a little slower. This one's going to go a little faster until it gets some weight to it. It's pretty loud right now. It's splashing, so we'll try putting that splash guard on there. So there you can see my sponge hack is working. There's no water going back to the tank. It's flowing through those sponges right to the bio wheel. So it's working just like the first video was. Okay, so now the splash guard is on and the cover on the back is on. It did quiet it down a bit and it's not splashing up as much as it was. It will splash though, so you're going to probably have to keep the water level in your tank a little bit higher than you usually do, or you're going to hear that trickle. And for a bedroom filter, this could probably get a little noisy, or it's going to cause you to pee every 15 minutes. So my impression is it's a nice filter. It's got more filter compartment storage here that you can put those pads in. For media, you can put bio balls in there or some ceramics or whatever you want if you didn't want to go with the foam filters, or you could put some of that smaller media behind those foam filters if you wanted to. Overall construction and build, it's definitely a lot cheaper looking than the old style. This is like a heavy plastic. You could run over that with your car and it still probably would be able to put back in place. This would shatter into a million pieces. Another thing is, don't throw away that tank water. That tank water is awesome for plants. Whatever it is you want to grow, whatever you feel like growing in your home, that water that you squeezed out of those sponges and that tank water will make those plants of yours blow right up. It can go into the garden, it can go into house plants, whatever you want to use. Save your money over nutrient solution and use your own fish waste to your benefit. So that's my review, guys and girls. Thanks for watching. Once again, please subscribe. That subscribe button will be down there in the right hand corner. Hit that. You never know what video I'm going to do next, whether it's going to be DIY or an unboxing or a review. Please share with your friends. Take care.